Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the vlog, everybody. My name is Agrinia, and in this session, we're going to be playing some high stakes poker. It is Wednesday, and for some reason, the fish are out. We managed to find 4 high stakes tables filled to the brim with fishy players. We have a 500 NL table in the upper left-hand corner, a 200 in the upper right-hand corner, 200 in lower left, and a 200 in the lower left-hand corner. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Nothing's really popping out for us today at the moment. This guy bets pretty small. We're drunk to a 9 and we hit the 9 on the turn. Let's go. Do we want to lead here? Typically players are passive with their flush draws, and so we want to lead here. We're going to lead for 15. He calls, and on this river, do we want to jam? We don't want to jam. We want the king to call, so we're going to bet small. I think the king would, for a thinking player, they would fold the king on a 4-liner to a straight. And we get the fold, and we take this one down. That was a 200L table. Nicely done by us. We're just going to give up with the king 6 in the lower right-hand corner. All right, guys, you know what time it is. We're going to go through the tables and identify who we're up against to make sure we're sitting at a great or good table. Starting off, we see paid to eat in the lower left-hand table. 29 VPIP, 23 PFR. He's giving us, tight aggressive numbers. We're going to look deeper into his HUD stat to see how tight and how aggressive. Nothing stands out to us. He's pretty healthy in every department except that he doesn't fold a lot to flop continuation bets. We are going to keep him we're going to give him the reg tag. We flop trips on the 500L table. We're going to bet for value here. Okay, back to the 200L table. Next to pay to eat, we have David 9377 with a VPIP of 27, PFR of 25. Pretty reggish stats. Look how aggressive he is. Yep, he's pretty aggressive. He's very aggressive. Barrel, barrel, barrel. We are going to give him the aggro, the loose and aggressive tag, the red tag. Pay to eat. ISOs to 4. We're going to 3-bet the 8s here to 15. From the big blind, facing a button ISO. We take that one down. Let's continue identifying our opponents. Next to David, we have Mr. XT 5212. Nothing to see here. This is a loose and passive player, but we actually gave him his stats are also screaming whalish because of how loose and how passive he is. But he's a 5 aggression factor, which this is screaming whale, over bluffy kind of player. We are going to give him the fish tag, but we should probably make a whale tag, huh? Loose and aggressive. Loose and aggressive. I wouldn't say loose and aggressive. This is very loose passive. This is very... We're going to give him the fish tag for now. We want to take a note here. This player all in 5-bet from small blind. That might be important in the future. And let's just identify who he is right now since our attention is on him. Obato, whatever his name is, he is playing 22, 20, aggression factor of 3, 3-bet of 14. This is screaming tight and aggressive. He fights for pots. This is a tight and aggressive player, a regular. But what he did there was very fishy. Well, 5-bet can be all in. It's fine. Oh, that was a 4-bet, wasn't it? 4-bet size was all in. The reason I want to keep track of this is because I want to know if he splits when he 4-bets, where his best hands go in the all-in size and his worst hands go in the like a smaller 4-bet size. Up top here, I want to see this hand again because it looks like Ravis, a very good reg, went all in pre-flop with 8s. Is that what I saw? No, I think he made it to the river. We're gonna check this. I'm not scared of anything. I'm gonna check again. And I'm gonna go all in with the 10s here against any 2 cards. And he calls with 10, 10-9, and we win with ace-10. We take that one down. Jack 2, everyone folded. We're gonna open from the small blind. We get called by a fish in the big blind. 62-0. Flop comes queen 5-4 two-tone. We have Jack 2, none of what's on the board. We check and he pots it, and we're gonna let this one go. Pocket 7s. We're gonna raise it up here from under the gun. Flop comes queen 6-5 two-tone. We have both suits in our hand. We are gonna bet small for protection. Turn brings an 8 of diamonds, giving up open and straight draw. With the pocket 7s having showdown value, and we're drawing to a nuttish hand, we're gonna check here. Turn comes a jack, and he insta pots it. This guy is very passive, 0.48 aggression factor. We are gonna let this one go. Okay. Back to identifying players. We have Lang here. 81.8 big blinds when he sat down. Not giving us much to work with here. We're gonna call here. We flop the open and straight draw. Scared of ace king, obviously. This guy is gonna see bet at a high frequency. With a 7%. With a 7%. 3-bet, he really hits this flop with any hand that he 3-bets here. We're gonna proceed very, very cautiously. Hopefully he has king jack and slows down on the turn, and we can realize our equity. When he goes this small, we are gonna peel one. We hit the set on the turn. This can get dicey, boys. Now, he can definitely 3-bet 10 jack, queen jack. So we're not ready to fold yet. And we river a straight. A straight's on the board. We're gonna check and split the pot. Damn. Check. Okay. All right. We're going to start identifying players in the upper left-hand corner, the 600 NL, the 500 NL table. We're going to check fold this 9 deuce offsuit from the big blind. Flop comes ace, jack, 10, two-tone. We are going to check. All right, starting off with our identification, we see Wind, Sweat, Tequila. Wind, Sweat, Tequila. Because of how dry this flop is, we're gonna bet once and give up. And we take it down. We rivered a straight. We're gonna bet 1.6 into 2.4 in this limp pot. He snap calls us off and we take it down. Nice Sue. Anyway, back to identifying. JD Marco, because he limped Limped called. We're gonna give him the fish tag, the recreational tag. We cannot see his HUD stats for some reason because of the position. For some reason, my HUD doesn't give position for this top left person, but we can still identify what kind of player he is just from his tendencies. On this turn card, which is a heart, we're gonna bet very small, as we do with a range, and we take that one down. Next to JDE Marco 21, we have Pay to Eat. We identified him as a reg already. We're gonna carry on. Next to him is Ravis 11, a very well-known reg here. He has the reg tag, but honestly, he's a loose and aggressive player. Definitely fighting for pots. Over C bets the flop for sure. Next to him is Mr. Chungus, a already established reg. We're staying at this 500 table with 4 regs because of just Marco guy, who we've identified to be a fish. And we all know it only takes 1 fish to fund the table. All right. Now we're looking at the 200 NL table in the upper right-hand corner. We're not sure who this LSXZ person is. Next to him we have David, 9377. Fights for pots. And he's very tight and aggressive stats, 2.67 aggression factor. We are gonna we're gonna keep him as a tight and aggressive player. But I'm gonna make him red because of how aggressive he is, like borderline loose and aggressive. We could set mine with the pocket 7s here, and I think it's okay. 4.8 times 2 is about a 96, I don't know. 9.6. We are gonna call this and try to set mine. We don't get it. We are deep enough to set mine, and that's why we did it. This person C bets everything. We're gonna call. On this ace turn, we are gonna give up. All right. Next up, we have Big Q 250, 29.8, very loose and passive stats. Aggression factor 3.2. I am mainly going to focus on how far the VPIP and the PFR are, and identify this player as a loose and passive player, a fish. Finally, we have Mitch, 36.4, very loose and passive, fish. Pocket 6, we're going to fold it to a 3-bet. All right. Chinese Virus opens. We have Ace 10 offsuit in the big blind. We are going to let this one go. In the button. All right, we got something playable here. We have Ace Jack offsuit on the button. We're gonna open up the 2.5. We're gonna open the 3 big blinds with the fish in the big blind. Lower right hand corner, we have Queen 10 suited in the big blind. Look at the 500L table with me, boys. We flop top pair, top kicker. We're gonna start off small, having the Ace of Hearts backdoor flush draw, and he lets it go. King 4, we are going to check fold this one. King 8, we're going to fold this one from the cutoff. A lot of king sevens. I'm gonna let it go though. King 10. That however we can play. In the upper right hand corner we have king 10 suited. We're gonna raise up to 3 big blinds from under the gun. That was a fumble. We usually raise it up to 2.2, but king 10. We usually raise it up to 2.2, but we're gonna make it 3 this time by mistake, which is fine. It's not a blunder. Your opening size pre-flop really doesn't make that much of a difference. Flop comes 9-9-4 two-tone. We have the kings for a backdoor flush. We are going to check here. Our hand does not need protection. On this turn card, do we need to turn our hand into a bluff? I don't think so. We win this pretty often. River is a queen. We're going to check again. And he rivers the queen. But if that diamond came, boy, we would have won a big pot. 10-9. We are going to open up to 5 big blinds, isolating this loose and passive player, playing 70 VPIP, 20 PFR. We get called by a fish in a small blind. We get 3-bet here to 20 big blinds by the reg in the big blind. We're gonna let go of these pocket of 10-9 suited. 9-9 suited. Oh, he. Well, good to see that he has ace-5 bluff. Jack-9 suited from under gun. We get 3-bet from the cutoff to 6 big blinds. Only got to call 3.89 more to see a flop. We're going to do that from out of position. Flop comes 7-2-2, two-tone. We have none of the suits. We are going to let this one go to a half pot bet. Okay, 5-3. Going to raise it up here from the cutoff. The fish in the small blind calls us. Flop comes. Doesn't matter. We're gonna fold when he donks into us. We have 8-10 suited. We're gonna raise it up here from under the gun. A lot of fishy players to call us. I can definitely open up a lot more because of that. We get 3-bet to 7.5 by a loose and aggressive fish. Looking at his HUD stats as it updates the more hands he plays. We are gonna fold. We're gonna keep him as a fish, but we're gonna make a note that he is loose and aggressive fish. And we are gonna make a tag for this kind of player. For some reason we don't have one. Add. Fold the queen king suited. Label. Lag fish. We know he's a lag fish because he's short stacking. We open pocket eights here from the cutoff. We get small by we open pocket eights from the cutoff. It gets called by a reg from the big blind. Flop comes queen 5-5 two-tone. We are going to bet small here for protection. He calls. The fact that he just calls here and didn't lead out, didn't donk with a 44% donking percentage makes me quite worried here. We're actually gonna give up on the eights. We're gonna check unless we river full house. We're gonna bet small. And he folds. We have pocket queens here, and we 3-bet the aggro fish. And the flop comes ace, king, 10, two-tone. We're gonna check here. Expecting to face some aggression. He bets 1/3 pot, we're gonna call once. River is a 2, creating a flush draw. He bets 1/3 again. Does he like to fight for pots? Yes. Aggro fish, we're gonna call. And we take it down against his Jack 7 offsuit bluff. King queen offsuit. We're gonna fold this one because if there's 2 regs in the small blind and a lot of regs ahead of us. 10-6. We're gonna raise it here and isolate this fishy player. Flop comes ace jack 4 with 2 diamonds. We have 2 diamonds in our hand. We're gonna check. Turn comes a king of spades. We're gonna start bluffing now, betting small. There's an argument here to go bigger, and he let us have it. In the lower right hand corner, we have ace, queen of spades. We get an open from a regular. On the button, we're gonna raise this one up here to 10 big blinds for value. He calls. Flop comes queen high, queen, jack 6, rainbow. We're gonna check range. SPR 4.2. He bets half pot. We have a backdoor. We have a backdoor flush draw. No reason to inflate this pot here. We have backdoor straight possibilities. We're gonna call. Turn comes a 3 of clubs. We're gonna check and have him just bet it off. If any straight cards come on the river, if he bets big, we just let it go. His one of showdown is pretty high. If I bet too big here, he'll fold. So if I was bluffing, I would bet big here, but because I'm going for value, I'm gonna bet small, 12.5 into 39.5. The aggro fish opens for 3.5 from the small blind. We have ace jack offsuit in the big blind. We're gonna 3-bet. Nifty's thinking, meaning that we probably chose the perfect size. Flop comes 8-5-3 rainbow. We don't want to bluff this player. We're gonna check. Turn brings the ace, loving it. Nifty jams all in. The aggro fish bets half pot. We're gonna call. Turn brings a diamond draw, but we have the jack of diamonds blocking straights and flushes. We're gonna call here. If he bets a reasonable size, half pot, pretty overbets, pretty bluffy size. Is there argument to going all in here? I don't think so. We're gonna call and we take it down. Chinese virus raises up to 3 from the undergun. We have queen 9 suited. This guy overfolds and reveals his hand way too often. We're gonna 3-bet and play perfect poker against him. Flop comes queen 8-3 rainbow. He checks, meaning that he's giving up. Our hand is the protection. We have the backdoor straights and backdoor flushes covered. We're going to check. The 3 of clubs come, bringing us a flush draw. He bets half pot. What does this mean? I don't think he ever has a 3 here, raising under the gun. We're going to call. River is a 7 of diamonds. He bets a bit over half pot again, but this is over bluffed for sure. We are gonna call. And he had pocket tens, and we take it down. He thought it was value betting. The fact that he didn't donk the flop was kind of weird to me. I think he's not donking the flop because I called him out on it earlier. I called his hand out exactly a couple of days ago. And he probably thinks I'm on to him. Which I am. We have Jack 10 of diamonds. We raise it up to 2.1 big blinds from, what's that, middle position? Flop comes queen 5 deuce 2-tone rainbow. We have Jack 10 of diamonds, a queen of diamond on the flop. We are going to raise it up here with our straight backdoor as a bluff. Take it down. In the lower left hand corner, we have Jack 10 suited. We're going to raise it to 5 big blinds, isolating the fish. We get called by fish in the cutoff. And the under the gun fish calls. Flop comes queen deuce deuce rainbow. We get check 2. What are we going to do here? We're going to check range. The aggro fish bets half pot, very over bluffed, but because there's a fish to our left here, there's not much we can do besides letting this hand go. We have pocket sevens on the button in the 500L table in the upper left hand corner. We're going to raise it up to 2.2 big blinds from the button. Flop comes 9-8-4 2-tone, 2 diamonds. We are going to check here. We have some backdoor straight possibilities. We have showdown value. Turn comes a 6 of diamonds, giving us a open and a straight draw. The fishy player bets it bets about 75% pot. No, bets 80% pot. We are going to call one time. Turn comes a 8 of clubs. He checks, and we're going to check and take it down. If you made it this far, boys, we're up $372.22, averaging about $33 an hour so far in 232 hands. Playing 20 hands per hour. Oh, it's because the hour's not up yet. Oh, it's because the clock is off. That's why. Okay, no problem. We've only been playing for 30 minutes. All right, so we have King Jack suited on both tables here. We are going to 3-bet squeeze King Jack here in the 200 table. And we get it taken down. In the 500 table, we get a free walk. Nice. They don't want none of the smoke. All right, the table dynamics are shifting. Let's see if we're still playing at good tables. Starting at the 500 table, we still have just JD Marco guy. Still seems to be playing very loose. We are surrounded by 3 regs. This reg likes to his win a showdown is pretty high. That means we can barrel him off his hands. I'm going to 3-bet here from the button in position. Hopefully take it down. He's thinking about it. And he 4-bets us. Nothing to do here but to fold. When he 4-bets us with such a high one-at showdown percentage, this is the nuts almost every time. We're going to let this one go. All right. So the 500 table still looks fine. We got fishy players, nothing to see there. At the upper right-hand corner, we still have 2 fish playing, nothing to see here. See there. Lower left-hand corner, we have 2 fish still there, pretty good. In the lower right-hand corner, we have this short stacking player that seems from 10 hands only played 1, that he's gonna be pretty nitty. Jason, a loose and very passive player, 3-bets us here. We have pocket 9s. We're going to call the set mine because this fishy player might come along. Flop comes King 4-3. We didn't hit our set. We are going to check and give up. He checks back. I don't like that. We're going to check again. This is pocket kings every single day, forever and ever. We have 5-3 suited in the 500 table. We get a raise and a call from the fish. We're gonna call and see a flop. Flop comes King 5 deuce, 2 spades. We have 2 spades, and we have a combo draw. Turn comes another king. We are going to check here and probably call a single bet and try to realize our equity. River comes a 10. I'm going to bet small here, but if you get raised, we're going to fold because this guy probably has quads. Pocket aces in the lower right-hand corner. A fish player limps in. We're going to make it 6 big blinds to isolate. And we get raised by the fishy player. What could this fishy player have? We check twice, and he's raising on this 10. This could be a few things. Do we call here? Do we beat value? No, we don't. We're gonna fold. With the pocket aces, we're gonna make it 29 big blinds as a 4-bet. In position. We don't have to go too big. This is a regular player. We don't want to deviate our sizes too much. Just play standard GTO poker. He jams. Nothing to do here but to call. He has pocket queens. Let's fade a queen. Queen on the flop. Nothing we could do there. We could ace on the river. Nice bailout, ladies and gentlemen. That's PokerStars for you. Hey man, that's PokerStars. Let's go. A rig site. That is crazy, bro. Oh my god. I was ready to toss in the towel, but you know, when you get the better hand, you get the better hand. Oh man. Oh man. The fishy player well, it was a reg. And another like a super reg sat down. This guy's pretty good. This annulled an old lady guy. He's pretty good. We missed a protection bet here on the flop, but we're not going to miss it on the turn. We're going to bet pretty small on the turn. He snap calls. We're going to check, and he has queen 10. Not bad. Okay, jack queen suited under the gun. We're going to raise it up here. We get called by a fish on the button. Flop comes 9-7-5 two-tone. We have the club draw. He bets over half pot. Do we raise here? No, we're gonna call. Turn comes a 6. He snap checks, and because he's probably folded, we don't want him to fold. Is 9. We're gonna bet 9, and he snap calls. Did he have a 9? Let's find out. Yeah, 9 jack. Perfect. Perfection. We get an open from the button. We have ace-10 offsuit. This guy folds to 3 bets pretty often. We're gonna 3-bet him and hopefully get a fold. And fold he does. We take that one down. I'm gonna get my phone real quick. I'm gonna get some water. Yeah, be right back, guys. I'm back with my water. Chinese Fires first up. We're gonna pre-bet him here, knowing how transparent he plays. Play perfect poker against him. And he left. Oh, I think my friend wants me to pick her up from the airport. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna end the stream here, boys. I hope to see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Peace out. This stream we made $562 in 300 hands. We are going to 3-bet squeeze, 4-bet this ace queen suited in offsuit against facing a wide opener and a player that folds a lot to 3 bets. I assume he folded a lot to 4 bets as well. last hand before we end the stream. Okay. We made it slightly too big for a guy that overfolds. I don't really like it. I could have went to 25, 22 to 25. I think 22 to 25 would be better, but you know. And we take it down. Nice. Gonna sit out these tables here. And anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you liked it, if I taught you anything, don't forget to leave a comment telling me how I've made you a better player, and you know, telling me how we can get to know each other. Please remember to subscribe. Have a wonderful day.